What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well and having a really great day. I gotta dress this tree up over here with these giant ass ornaments. I got this like Christmas tree looking pine tree right here in the front of my yard. Looks a little better if I walk away from it a bit, but yeah, I usually put lights on it and dress it up for Christmas just because it looks good. But yeah, we ain't doing that today because it's a little bit wetter than I thought it was. So I figured I'd make a video. We'll have a little fire and chit chat, and I'll actually go over the comments from the last video. Someone told me to quit, by the way. We're not gonna quit, Nelson. But we are gonna have another fire. And you know, in the last video, I was also told not to burn cardboard and consider recycling it. There is nothing like starting a fire with a torch with some cardboard. So we're gonna continue to use cardboard as a fire starter because it's gotta go anyways. But what I did do is I pulled aside a couple comments that I wanted to just kind of read and go over. And for one, thank you everybody for commenting and watching and actually enjoying the video. I honestly didn't think you guys were gonna enjoy it that much. But yeah, I just had to spill some truth and talk about how I felt. All right, let's get some logs in here and then we'll get reading some comments before it starts downpouring. It's actually raining right now. Let's see what we got for comments on the last video. Like I said, I pulled a few aside just to kind of touch on some points. And you know, I don't think crypto is entirely dead, but again, at home it is. And it's unfortunate, things aren't gonna change, right? The 99% of people in in the crypto space that actually mine, you guys, you're not doing it profitably. I don't care what you say. I know you guys are probably doing it for some supplemental heat, which is totally fine because at the end of the day, if you're gonna be running some electric baseboard, it's really no different, right? You're wasting electricity anyways, so you might as well mine and get a little bit of reward in return, so that makes sense. Everybody else that just wants to mine in, say, hot climates and all this other stuff, unless you have like a 5-cent electric rate, it is literally not profitable. Mining, like anything, actually. First comment I got here is from Necrosaro710. He said, it costs you nothing to run with solar, just let them run. So here is my rebuttal to that. It does cost me nothing to run these machines, but when I say nothing, put some air quotes on that. I still had to buy all of the equipment. I purchased it with my own money from Signature Solar. I did get a discount, full transparency. Obviously, I'm a content creator, but I still had to use my own money to purchase this stuff. And I expect these units to last me a decent amount of time. The batteries, I think, are warranted for like 10 years or something. But if you're cycling them faster than an average person that would be living off grid, like a miner running, you know, a shit ton of watts through my system, completely depleting the batteries and running it back up and then depleting it again, like that is one cycle of the battery. And it's only, you know, I don't know how many it's actually, those batteries are actually good for, but the faster you cycle your batteries, the faster you're gonna degrade the longevity of these units. That's the reason I'm not like just continuously leaving things on solar, right? It just doesn't make much sense. So I appreciate the comment either way. What is the plan with Kaspa? LOL, you guys got played by an Israeli rug. I don't know about all that. That's from Tyler Whitning, if that's how you say his last name. Sorry if I butchered that. I still believe in Kaspa. Again, I don't think the projects themselves are dead. I don't think crypto is dead. I think mining at home is dead. Again, for like 99% of people. A lot of people don't have cheap electric rates, you don't have free electricity, and you don't have like electric baseboard heat where you guys could make sense of actually mining throughout the winter and heating your house, you know? Most people have forced hot air with, you know, gas or propane, like whatever. It's just Kaspa, Lithium, all these projects that are in like the toilet right now doesn't mean they're gonna stay in the toilet. I still do believe in the technology. I still think they're great projects. It is what it is. I mean, there's some projects that like, you know, we kind of all expected to die. I'm not gonna mention any in particular because it's not me, but just in general, yeah, I still believe in the projects. I don't know about any rugs. If something goes to zero, then it's a rug. that's how it is. Anyways, all right. Make videos you like. The viewers will come. Mr. AJ Mac 1153. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. Appreciate you watching. Someone said something super interesting actually. Mr. Mustafa Gamel. I am totally butchered this name. I apologize, but he said small scale geothermal. Geothermal is a very neat concept. So actually, if you guys don't know, I might have mentioned in the last video, I forget. I am a master plumber by trade, and I ran a plumbing company. I had about 13 guys working for me. Geothermal stuff, I actually did install a geothermal boiler one time, and the boiler itself wasn't the geothermal part. It was the like an in and out that basically they had a geothermal company come in, and they had these two pipes drilled like 1,500 feet down into the ground. I think it was 1,500 feet. It might have been deeper. I don't know. But it's like the closer you get towards the center of the earth, obviously the warmer it is. Core of the earth's freaking like molten lava or whatever they say it is, right? It's super warm the further you go down. So what geothermal does, from what I understand, don't like quote me on any of this, I'm paraphrasing obviously, but this, just kind of simplifying it, the pipes go down and they come back up, right? You got to feed, you got to return. The water that comes out of the boiler, it would help heat the water. It wouldn't completely boil the water to give you like full on heat at your house. It would just basically raise the base temperature so your boiler didn't have to work so hard. And again, I think it went down like 1,500 feet. The water just basically went all the way down to the ground, U-shaped, back right up through the return, and it would just pick up again that the ground temperature, which would probably come up to like, say, just for shits, right? Like instead of it being, I don't know, 50 degrees coming out of the ground or coming like, you know, into your house, it would be now 100 degrees coming into your house because it went so far down. And then there's like a bunch of rebates and stuff with it. But I have absolutely no idea how to personally do that. How to drill like more than 10 feet into the ground. How the hell am I supposed to do that? It'd be pretty cool, but I don't think it's even possible. I don't know. Either way, I appreciate your comment, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Morovi789 says mining's been dead for a long time. Has it? I mean, I wouldn't say dead for a long time. The ASIC manufacturers have been shady for a long time. I agree with that for sure. I definitely agree with that. And like, just kind of elaborate on the ASIC companies and sending us machines and like why we still made videos and all that stuff, or at least why I did. I can only speak for myself, can't speak for anybody else. Getting new machines is super exciting. I loved it. Every second of it, getting a new machine, being able to play with it, set it up. Obviously the profitability was great at the time, right? For like a week or two until like everything dies. But just in general, getting those new units, all those videos when I was, you know, videoing them, I wasn't being paid to do any of that. My payment was basically the machine. Regardless of the value of that machine, it still excited me. I don't care if it was like a $100 little, you know, lottery miner, Bitcoin miner, or if it was something else, like a $2,000 server, you know, X16Q or something. I don't even know what they actually cost, to be honest. But the excitement was the same across the board for me when I got something sent to me. Didn't matter who it was from, what it was. It's just exciting to get something new to play with, you know? So I agree that they've been shady for a long time. Mining hasn't been dead for a long time. And mining, it's not dead, it's just dead at home. Easiest way to put it. Shides said, I missed the morning show. You know what? I miss the morning show too, but I don't miss getting up early. Man, I don't know if you guys like have kids. When you have kids, you can't do shit. Like it's just, you gotta, everything's for the kids, man. Like you literally getting these kids to bed, and my kids, I don't know, I don't have like, you know, send my kids to bed at like 7 p.m. like all these other people. I let my kids go to bed at like 9 o'clock. And sometimes they don't fall asleep till 10. Like it's just, I don't know, it is what it is. I know it's stupid late for kids. Maybe I'm a bad parent, I don't know. But they stay up late, and it sucks for us because the alone time we have or the personal time we have is very, I guess, dwindled down because they're up so late. I don't know, they don't start school until 9 o'clock. So like they get plenty of sleep. It's just whatever. But I personally wasn't going to bed until like midnight. I never go to bed till like midnight. And then getting up at 5:30 and then having to stream by 7 o'clock, I would have like a half an hour, you know, to get dressed, get ready, get a coffee in me so I'm like not tired faced and I'm like awake. And then I'd have to research everything, and it was just like, dude, like literally it was slowly killing me with the lack of sleep I was getting. I was like dead by the afternoon when I had to go get my kids from school. It was just, it wasn't fun. So like I liked it. It was like a love-hate relationship, to be honest. And like if more people watched, it'd be a totally different situation. And again, it's not about like the money or anything. It's just, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. That's really what it comes down to. And it's unfortunate, but like that's really where it's at. But I appreciate the comment, Chads. Thank you. Mr. KPS Moto says, awesome video. You are so right. First of all, children and family, and then everything else. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, I had to make a decision, you know, and that's what it came down to. Like I've had to make tough decisions in my life as a whole, right? Like again, I had a plumbing company for 10 plus years. I ran it by myself, started it by myself, didn't get shit handed to me. Bought my own house at 23, moved out at 17. Like I've done a lot on my own as I guess a young adult. And when I had to make the decision to close shop for my plumbing business, it was out of necessity because my mother that worked for me for, I don't know, probably 4 years or so. She quit her job, come to work for me. And she would watch my kids during the day while I went to work and managed all the guys and whatever, and she did the paperwork in the office. And I noticed that she started slipping, like not remembering things and asking me things 7 times, and I had to keep repeating myself, and then I had to have her go get checked out. My sister took her to get checked out, and she ended up having Alzheimer's and dementia. So it came down to, we had to make a decision. You know, either my wife stayed home or I stayed home. I was super stressed out at work anyways. I got us to where we needed to be here in this house. I ended up flipping my first house, the house that I bought when I was 23. I flipped that into a ridiculous amount of money. And then I just put it into this house. And that basically got us where I was. So we were comfortable. My wife got a new job and she loved her job dearly. So we just, you know, she wanted to stay there. And I was like, all right, you got the benefits anyways. And I chop it up and I'll take one for the team and I can always go back to plumbing. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you have to put your family first and you know what's right. You can always make more money. It's not always about money, but right now, the time with your family, you can never get that back. So like I'm cherishing every freaking moment with my kids and that's just how it's gonna be. YouTube is definitely second there. So I appreciate that. Thank you for the comment. Absolutely every single professional is currently pivoting, says Miles Garage. Yeah, I mean, most of them. Just gonna leave it at that. Interesting comment from Candlesticks TV. I'm trying to get started mining. I don't want to be that guy to be like, don't do it. Because like, I love it. It's great. Mining was awesome. It was fun. But if you have a expensive electricity cost, please don't. Just buy the coin. Just buy the coin and wait. And I promise you, it'll probably be more beneficial unless you're getting like free equipment and if you have free electricity. Like those are the only 2 catalysts that I would really say. Or unless you need heat, I guess. Heat would be the other factor, right? If you need heat, I guess. All right, this fire's getting smoky. Let's get some more sticks in here. I don't want to make this video too long, but it seemed like you guys liked the conversation videos, and I actually don't mind doing it. But the DIY stuff, it seems like you guys are actually on par or on board with me doing that, which is freaking awesome because it's something that I'm super passionate about when I have to build things. I love doing it by myself. I love doing it, you know, to save money and document it so my kids can watch later on, you know? And that's kind of one of the things that I was really thinking about too, is possibly doing like brake changing videos, like how to change your brakes and how to change your oil and just shit like that, just so my daughter could watch it later on in life, for my son, and they could, you know how to do stuff. God forbid if anything happened to me. Just, I don't know, a little morbid, but I guess that's how I think. Always want to be like one step ahead or somewhat prepared for things like that, you know? All right, let's see. Next on the list, we got Born Stan. Let's see, thanks for the content. Over the years on crypto, I too have left the space. Although wasn't a creator, I'm focused on other things of interest. So much more out there to learn and do. And you're very correct, sir. Personally, myself and my daughter have gotten into Pokemon a lot. I actually started a Pokemon channel. And it's just fun. I'm not taking it like stupid seriously. It's just a fun thing to do, right? I don't really have her on it too much because I don't want to get her exposed to YouTube a lot, but I don't know, it's fun to do, fun to rip packs, fun to do certain things, but yeah, there's always different hobbies that I love to do. Again, I'm just stupid universal. I do everything. D-Miners, dude, my man, D-Miners, I miss you, D. Let's see, DIY is the way to go. He said, nice to see you doing the right thing, family first. That's what pushed me to sell my restaurant after 10 years than realizing this. Having time with the family is more important than anything. It could be DIY, small as an oil change. People watch those things. He said, friend for life, Brody. Dude, I appreciate you. That's so That's so true. So he used to have a pizza business, and he gave it up to be around his family and kids. I mean, it's exactly the same reason I gave up the plumbing company. I wasn't going to pay somebody a bunch of money to raise my kids probably the wrong way, having them fight each other on TikTok and shit. Like, I'm not doing that. It's, you can't get this time back, and the time goes fast. I can't believe my daughter's already 7. It's freaking insane. Crypto Kurt said, glad you're good, bro. I dipped out of the scene a while back, bought some land in the sticks and focusing on my family too. I'm still mining, but pay little attention to the markets. I'll watch if you make other content. Dude, I appreciate you, Crypto Kurt. So that's awesome, actually. You bought some land and you focused on the family. That's freaking huge. And again, supplemental heat, if you have off-grid stuff like running ASICs and stuff, who cares? You know what I mean? That's awesome. Good for you. Let's see, my man Dan R. The only thing I am running at home is a little Bitcoin lottery miners. And to be honest, I have those running downstairs. I'm not gonna shut those off because they don't, again, they take like 150, 200 watts, really not much at all. And it's just an infinite lottery ticket, right? It just, if I hit a block, freaking sweet, we're gonna party. If I don't, then it is what it is, really. It's no skin off my back. Solar's paying for it, so that's fine. You know what I mean? But that is one of the only things that I'm gonna keep on consistently, mining wise, right? I'm not gonna stop entirely, but that would be it. Let's see, Mr. Red Fox, dude. Red Fox Crypto comments, dude, I appreciate you. He said, miss you, brother. Your handyman skills are insane. That is absolutely my favorite part of watching you and always has been. I love learning that stuff from you. Dude, I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Red Fox. You're awesome. Let's see, glad to see you're back. My favorite content of yours, definitely the solar stuff. I've been 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door on crypto mining. So I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's pretty much in the same predicament, which kind of sucks, you know? It's sad, but it's true. So Alltrack over here is saying, pick up some anti-skid exterior paint for the, he's talking about my shed. Because at the beginning of the last video, I actually said I still need to just paint the floor there. So I was gonna do like a, gritty, garage floor paint. I think that's probably the best stuff to do. But if there's anything else that I guess I don't know. I haven't really looked into it too hard to see if there's really super gritty stuff. But I know there is for PT decks, people that have, that stain them or paint them. They have a gritty paint-ish stuff for decks. So I was gonna do something like that because it would just kind of lock in or lock out the moisture from the wood. But yeah, I don't know. I'm again, that's least of my worries. I'll do it at some point. I just haven't had a chance to dive into it yet. My man Leo Lustig, just a few solar miners here at home. Yeah, it looks like everybody's doing that. Still mining Bitcoin, Litecoin, Doge at Terra. Oh, speaking of Terra, shout out to them, Terra Hosting. If you guys are interested in hosting, I'll leave a link down in the description below. But my man Hawk, he's in the Discord. You guys, I'm sure you guys know him. Reach out to him. They just got a new facility. It's freaking amazing. And their brand new videos they've been dropping are phenomenal. So A+ on the Terra channel. You guys are doing great. So glad to see a video, brother. This is Leo Lustig. Nobody else. I would watch a burn cardboard. Oh, that's kind of funny. 60 and 6, let's see, says, I'm watching this over the low hum of my PC mining for heat and coins. Notice I listed heat first. He said, this is my 3rd winter season doing this. It still works for me. And that's all that matters. Listen, if it works for you, it works for you. Don't let anybody judge you at what you're doing. If you're not having an issue paying your bills, if you're not fighting an electric bill to mine crypto, then yeah, do it. Absolutely, I would. I still love it. I just physically can't do it. And to sit here and you know, tell you guys that oh, this is freaking great. Let's go buy this fucking $2,000 machine. You guys are gonna be rich. And at the end of the day, you guys are getting dog shit back in return. I can't do it anymore, you know? But yeah, if it works for you, man, it works for you. Again, you got solar, you get low electric, then just do it, man. Supplemental heat, you gotta do it anyways. If you're running a little electric heater, why not just use the PC? It'll warm your legs right up. This last one, Red Panda, says, thank you, Chump Change Man, for this update. We were all wondering why you didn't make any videos. Family first, as they always say for sure. He said, I too have been struggling on continuing receiving and creating content on ASIC miners now because it's a lost cause unless you have extremely cheap electric, under 5 cents to make any money at all. Or solar, like you said, yeah. And then he said, it takes balls to make this type of video, and we appreciate the honesty and more. Oh, the honesty, period. And then he said more. He's like, he wants more videos. And then he also said, I forgot to mention the Pokemon channel. I'm not trying to shill the Pokemon channel. It's just kind of another channel that I'm doing, like POV stuff, which is pretty cool. People seem to like it. So, yeah, I'll be doing that stuff on the weekends, probably next weekend. This weekend there was actually a show, but I wasn't able to go. It was 2 hours away. I'm like, I'm not driving 2 hours to record and then driving 2 hours home. Like, it's 4 hours out of my day. And then I'm like, no way, just not a chance. I'm not doing that. So anyways, I don't know. It's just, for now, it's just a fun thing for me and my daughter to do. And I'm enjoying it too. So that's all that matters, right? But guys, listen, this has been fantastic. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I like doing these little conversation videos. I guess we'll have fires a little more often. And I gotta burn, I still have so much brush over here to burn and all this other shit. And it's clearly gonna take a while because these logs are still freaking roasting. But the rain seems like it's picking up a little bit, so I'm probably gonna cut this video right about here. And obviously I wanna know your guys' thoughts on all this stuff. Let me know down in the comments below how you feel about anything I've said in the video, or you know, let me know what's going on with your situation. And before I forget, Signature Solar has a crazy Cyber Monday deal going on. I know they were doing 10% off their inverters and stuff for Black Friday. Cyber Monday, I think they have a whole bunch of other shit going on, which is going on right now. So go check it out. I don't exactly know what they got for sale, but use code CHUMPCHANGE, get 50 for an extra $50 off. It'll probably cover shipping or whatever, but not much, it's something. If you guys want to use it, link will be down below. Feel free. Either way, guys, appreciate y'all for hanging out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.